y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Budget Beauty's main series. I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And I am doing our weekly episode. I did not have any plans to do anything special today for our episode here. I just decided I was going to do makeup and I was going to do it later in the day because I had stuff going on with work. So I spent most of the morning and most of the afternoon working because we are now at crunch time and I got to have all my stuff done in the next 13 days. So I got a little less than 2 weeks and we got to get her done. So I am trying to do a episode today. I don't know what I was going to do. I figured out I was watching Nikki tutorials earlier, one of the faves, and I was thinking about doing some like Dusty Rose makeup, some true Dusty Rose makeup. And so I was like, I got about 1 million palettes that have Dusty Rose makeup in them. And so I was like, you know what, I'll pull something from there. And also I wanted to use some of my Danessa Myricks Color Fix. And so I'm going to use that in some of my eyeshadow today. So as the base. And I really wanted to use some because I really am going to, at some point I'm going to go buy some more of her stuff. So here we are. Also behind me is my sign. As y'all can see behind me, my better late than ugly sign that I got off of Amazon. I got to figure out how to hang it up in here so that it's on camera, because the way I have this set up, I can't really hang it where you guys would see it in the background, and so I'm trying to figure that out. I gotta clean up this room anyway, so at some point. So I am gonna get started doing my makeup. Also in the background is my husband, who is very seldom on camera, and very seldom is he in the background, but even less seldom is on camera. So you guys can't see him, but he's in here with me while I'm doing this makeup. Yeah, you gotta speak up if
hello everybody.
Yeah, that's husband. So yeah, he's gonna be off camera. He's playing a Gundam game on our PS3, so he's not visible right now. He said he was going to be on camera later for another episode, I guess. Maybe next week. Maybe. So, alright, we're going to get started. So, like I say, we're going to do some Dusty Rose makeup. I'm also not planning to go anywhere outside of the house after I do this today. It has been raining here. It was blue skies earlier, but there's a hurricane out in the Atlantic, and so this is prime hurricane season for us here in South Carolina. So I'm like, yeah, I expect that the weather is going to be terrible. It's been raining off and on almost every day for the last probably like 3-4 weeks. So, but that's about right. I expect that in July, the end of July, all of August, some of September. Like, I expect that in Columbia. So that's not anything unusual. But yeah, it's raining, and it's been raining. It was raining earlier. So that's why I was like, I was going to go out and buy some makeup, and I was going to do a beauty haul today, but then I was like, yeah, I don't feel like it because it's raining. So, yeah. So we're going to get started. So I want to use this. This is the Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer by NYX. That's this. And so I'm going to use this as my base for my eyes. But like I say, we're gonna start trying to do, and I'm actually gonna wear blush today. I'm gonna try blush. I'm going to try. I've been kind of sort of doing a little bit of research, and I'm trying to figure out what step am I supposed to do the blush. So we're gonna try blush. I don't wear blush. You guys notice whenever I do a main episode, I don't wear blush. So I'm trying to learn it because I have a lot of blush products in here. So one of the palettes that I'm using today is blush. It's a pressed pigment, but it's blush. It's intended to be blush. So that's what we're gonna do. So and when we get to that, I'll detail what I'm using. So it's a mix of products today. So to start off, we're gonna do face first. We're gonna prime the face and do the face first. So this is of course the NYX marshmallow primer, because I ran out of the company that shall not be named right now, who whose acronym stands for eyes, lips, and face. And so I was like, thanks to y'all's foolishness, yeah, I really don't want to go buy more of this, even though it is the face primer that I use. And it is the one that I like the most. And I still have some in here, but on general principle, I don't want to use them because they screwed up. And then the non-apology was a non-apology. So there's that. So I'm doing, I'm using this, even though it is not my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and get this primer put on. I did 3 pumps. And try to get it in here and warmed up in my hands. That's why I'm rubbing this like this. All right, so let's go. Okay, so try to get this on my face real good. So yeah, once I do my makeup, I'm probably just gonna be sitting around the house with a face full of makeup on. So I gotta sit around here with a face full of makeup on, and my husband gonna be like, "But why though?" And I'm like, "Because I had to do my weekly episode. You literally sitting here while I'm doing this, so don't be surprised when you see me with a face full of makeup on, just sitting there." So, yeah, I am going to, instead of going into Ulta today, I'm probably just gonna order some stuff on Amazon and be done with it. Even though Amazon also is on the kind of on the shit list right now, for some foolishness too. But I depend on Amazon just a tad bit too much, for other things besides buying makeup. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to really, I want to boycott Amazon, but I kind of also don't want to boycott Amazon because I use it too much. Now, that said, I do not order as much as I used to. And I order a lot now. So, I don't order nearly as much as I used to. So, alright. That is primer put on my face. Like I say, this is a weird white pall that it casts on my face. And I'm just kind of like, this is kind of odd. This is a very odd looking primer on my face. I'm so used to translucent face primer, that yeah. This kind of bothers me, but like I said, I cover it with foundation and concealer, so I really don't see this once I get everything going. So, alright. There she blows. She's done. Alright, I'm gonna put my eye primer on. So like I say, this is the NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. Like I said, I don't use this for liner, which is odd. And the mirror I'm using, of course, is my Barbie mirror that I got. I really like it. I have the light on and I have it plugged up. And the light is really bright, and I really like how it works well with my ring light. One day we will graduate to a lighted, solely dedicated makeup space, hopefully. And I will have better lighting and better access to space where I can put more makeup. I know my husband like, girl, you don't need to put no more makeup in this house. I had to take it out of the bathroom because one, the bathroom was like drying out our makeup, but also I had to take it out of there because I was running out of space. I was like, where am I gonna put all this makeup? And I was like, I gotta do something about this. So here we are. Okay. So I'm trying to use this the magnifying ×2. I got makeup in my hair. Or at least face primer in my hair. I'm using the ×2 to like put this on. So, as a coda to teaching, so I have been I've been on Reddit for years. And so I follow like several makeup subreddits, and I try to jump in and help when people are asking for help. And so I was in the Black Girl Beauty subreddit, and hopefully this user sees me and is like, hey, I came from Reddit. It was your question. It was my question that you were answering. So yeah, I tried to give a lot of help, and in my post, they asked about using eyeshadow primer, and I told them what I tell you guys, and y'all hear me say this all the time. If you're gonna put makeup on it, you better be putting primer on it too. You better start with primer. Do not, if you anywhere that you put makeup, and I'm talking about like you're gonna put eyeshadow, you doing something with your face, you doing something, any of these areas, mascara, use primer, because what? Primer. I'm looking at my husband as I'm saying this, and my husband's like, yep. I talk about using primer all the time because you need primer. Primer gonna make everything last just a little bit longer. And baby, for how much this makeup costs, even with your budget stuff, how much this makeup costs, we got to save some dollars now. You got to save money. This makeup too expensive for this to be putting on your face, and like 2 hours later it's creasing, it done wore off. You like, well, I just put this on though, and now it's wore off and it's gone. Makeup costs too much for that. Even your drugstore stuff. So being able to do makeup and buy makeup is a luxury in these tough times. So that's why I'm like, listen, that I need my makeup to last for me. I shouldn't be sitting up here crying about how my makeup don't last. So yeah. All right. We're going to put on this face. Now, this is the L'Oreal Infallible up to 32 hour fresh wear foundation in the shade 525. I've used this recently. I think I probably used it last time. I try to rotate a little bit. I'm trying to think if this is what I really want to use, and I need to get a sponge. Now, all these sponges, I'm telling you, these sponges are gross, but they are only going on my face. So, if I were if I were a professional makeup artist, absolutely not. That's unsanitary. We don't use used products on other people. That's gross. But it's just me, and I'm the only person that's doing this makeup. So, I'm the only person that uses makeup in here. So, yeah, it's fine if I'm reusing the sponge on myself. I will be cleaning my sponges, and I will. I gotta take the time to actually do it. All right. So let's shake her up a little bit and start putting my dots on. Try not to put an overabundance on. Ooh, that's a big old plop on my forehead. That's a big old plop on the forehead. Try to get this on here. But so yes, when I was on Reddit, I was trying to give some recommendations, some tips. Put on primer wherever. Eyeshadow primer and face primer are two different things, even though they go in the same spots. One is very specifically made for eyes and eyeshadow, and the other is made for your face. So, like, I wouldn't have put that. I didn't, and you notice I avoided my eyes when I put on the that marshmallow primer. All right, so I put my dots on, and we're gonna start blending her out. So I really like how this color works too. And like I say, one day I'm gonna start doing my brows maybe, but we got to get better at doing before I can do that. Trying to not get my hair in the way here. So I got to turn the whatchamacallit around. I got to turn my sponge around so I can get this tip, because I can get up here where my hairline is. I noticed too, this is very this is medium to full coverage. If it is not in fact full coverage, I'm trying to see if it's full coverage. It says it anywhere. It doesn't really say it on here, I don't think. But I found I don't have to use concealer too much with this, if at all. Let's see if we can get down here on this chin, get on this jawline. Try to get this part. Okay. Get the whole nose. Yeah, I really like how this color blends with my neck. That's kind of, that's the true test there. It needs to blend with the neck. Yes, I should probably be doing this on my neck, but your girl ain't putting primer all the way down there, so I usually stop right at the top part, as y'all can see. Let's see if I can get this up underneath here, in between the bridge, and get up here in the. Trying to avoid my sideburns, but here we are. Now, I am not putting it up here because I'm not putting it on my eyes, because clearly I'm going to be putting eyeshadow there. So, but I am going to get up underneath my eyebrows. Now, most people just block the eyebrows out, redraw them, so that you don't have to worry about missing all of this. But for right now, I just try to get in that area up there. Okay. As y'all can see too, my skin is fairly clear. It is fairly clear right now. So I really don't need foundation. Not really. I mean, I like to have the foundation for the color toning on my skin, but I really don't need it for like covering up anything. My skin is very clear right now. I've been drinking a lot of water. In addition to taking my medication like I'm supposed to, which I gotta take my medication today. Gotta take my morning dose, and I did not. So, and I kind of had something that was sugary, slightly, and some carbs. All right, so face is beat. Face is beat. Okay. Actually, let's see. Is there anything we need to do? And I think I might actually I might do some concealer up underneath here. I think I will. Now, concealer, we haven't used this in a minute, and I gotta find it, wherever it is over here in my kit. Where did I put it? What did I do with it? It's in here. I know it is because I was like, I keep seeing it and I'm like, I should use that, and I haven't. This is terrible. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know what I did with this. This is slightly concerning because I know it's in here. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, I can't find this. I know I stuck it over here. All right, so I am going to use a little bit of concealer up underneath my eyes. This is the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. This is in the shade 149. Now, y'all have seen me use this. I've used it. I bought it. I finally tracked down the color, and I bought it. And it still actually isn't the right color exactly that I was looking for. I was looking for like 148.5 and couldn't find it. So I'm trying to turn this and get the product on here, because you have to turn it at the bottom like this to get the product to come out. And there it is. Okay. So try to do some of that, and as y'all can see, perfect match. It matches this perfectly, the foundation, but it also matches my skin perfectly. I really don't need it in too many places here. I feel like I gotta twist it some more though, because I'd be scared it ain't coming out, and it is. I know it is. I do have a few little dark spots. That's why I say this is medium coverage, but it's not terrible coverage. Like that was not terrible coverage. I gotta use very little of this. All right, so I'm gonna blend her out. Up underneath the eye, as you can see. Trying to make sure I get all of the places I've just put product. So I really like that though. I mean, that's a perfect match for me. Which means I did very well in picking it. So maybe I didn't need the 148.5. I probably did need the 149 that I got. Okay. I put some right here. Okay. Now I'm looking forward to cooler weather, just because I like cooler weather, but also so I don't melt my makeup off. Because in the summertime, as I have learned, wearing a full face of makeup, boy howdy, we might just melt that off at some point during the day. Especially if I'm outside a lot. Because I'm hot. I sweat like a stuck pig, so like I am gonna just sweat. So yeah, I'm looking forward to when it cools off. All right, that is some concealer on. Say it's pretty full coverage, so you don't really have to worry about that. All right, let's talk about these eyes, y'all. We're going to talk about these eyes. So, I wanted to use something in these Disney Princess palettes that I bought from Marshall's. These two. One is the Snow White, one is the Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. Okay. So, I kind of wanted to use some of these colors in here. So in the Snow White one, there's one called Fairy Tale. That's this one. You can see it on the back. I like that they did this too. That they put this thing on the back here. I want to use Fairy Tale and maybe Dazzling Diamonds, maybe. There's a couple of nudes in here, nude pinkish up at the top. It's partially why I bought it, but also because it said Disney and Disney Princess. And I was like, whoop, I'm buying it. I was like, whoop, I'm buying it. But this one has some colors in it too. So like this Love palette and Beauty and Grace, and Thorn, but we've met before. So yeah, I kind of wanna use all of these. Directions for safe use. Use eyeshadow applicator to apply eyeshadow from the palette to eyelids and create unique looks. Caution, not to be eaten. Like, bro, who is eating it? Well, actually, I say that. I've seen people take palettes and like put it on their lips also to make like a different shade for their lips. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but that's what they make lipstick for. Like, use it for what it was intended for, please. So, yeah. All right, so I got to get one of my tools out of here, because you can't do eyeshadow without tools. This was such a great buy when I learned about it. It was a very great buy. All right, so now, before we do that though, however, and as you can see, my face is slightly itching on my nose. We're going to use Mr. Nessa Myricks. This is the Color Fix Pastels. It is a matte liquid pigment, multi-use, eyes, face, lips. Okay. So this is in the shade Bunny. Now I got this from Sephora way back. And I was like, hey, I'll use it because I like Nessa Myricks. I followed her for years. And so I was very excited about it. This was $25. I splurged. So this is not a budget thing. This is a high-end makeup. Okay. So, but I really like Nessa Myricks, and as I have told her, I have posted and I have told her, if I'm going to splurge, she one of the faves that we will splurge for. I will reach into the bag for her if it means I am supporting her. So I learned my lesson a long time ago. Take your tool, take a little bit. You need like a dot of this. Okay. You do not need a ton of it, because the more that you use, the longer it takes to dry, and the longer it takes to get that going. Now, also too, before I do that, let's line these eyes. This is the BFF Cream Gel Liner by ColourPop. This is in the shade Calabasas Metallic. So I'm going to cut my crease with this a little bit, starting from this corner. It looks like a champagne pink. As you can see, there it is. Okay. Then we're going to do the other side. And I actually prefer to start on the other side and come up around the arch. And then meet it. Like that. Okay. All right. So as y'all can see, the crease is cut. All right. So we're kind of experimenting here. All right. Tool. I have prepped this already. So let's go. Start on this eye first. And see if we can't spread this out a little bit. So this works like a matte because it's a matte. So that's why I'm going to put some shadow, some liner on it. Like, I'm going to put some sparkle to it. And a little sharpness to it. I'm also not going to do over my eye line down here. And I do need a little bit more. But I don't want to put a ton on here at all. because a ton does not help me at all. It will be too much. Okay. Because what I wanted to do is be a dry down as a solid matte paste. And I do not want this to be patchy, but I have to be very careful with this also. Now, I can always fill in if I have to, but I'm trying not to put too much in one spot, because once this dries down, it dries down. It ain't moving. So that's why I'm trying to hurry this up. And the thinner it is, the less time it takes for it to dry. I learned that the hard way. All right. I still don't really have enough on here the way I want it to be. Well, hold on. I was really trying to spread this out and then spread it on. Like that. Because see, I can't really get that close up to the top there. As tight as I want to be. Okay. Now it is slightly patchy, but we can fix that. That's not an issue. And also, I have a NYX jumbo pencil that I'm going to use to fill in here. So that's not going to be an issue. All right, so I'm using another one to spread it on here. On this other eye. I've learned just do it down. Just do it down. Because trying to do it otherwise, you're not going to get it. All right. Spread her out. This is the result of a lot of trial and error here. With learn how to use this and use it well to its full potential. Because yes, I suppose you could use this on your lips. I suppose if you wanted to. Like I said, it says on there, yes, eyes, face, lips, and you could use this as a blush. I have never used it as a blush. I have never used it on my lips. I have just used this on my eyes. So, but I like it. I do like it. It's a nice matte pink. This is, for me, for my eyes, this is always going to be used as a base for something else. So I'm always going to use this in conjunction with something else on my eye. Okay. And let me fill this in over here with this other one. You got to tag team this bad boy. All right. So see how I got that to, okay. So that's at least the base. So yeah, I like this. This is cool. And I keep it down here in my little shelf. Right now, these are the e.l.f. Toppers that I bought. Like I say, we're avoiding e.l.f. right now. I'm not using them toppers right now. So what I'm going to do is fill in my pink with the NYX Jumbo Pencil. This is a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil Crayon. I'm going to fill it in. Fill in what I feel I need to fill in with this. I got a little black on here earlier from when I used it the other day to do a pink look for work. And then see, I need to fill in up here at the top. And this is the perfect fill-in. This too, if I use this, it's going to be used as a base or as a fill-in. I wouldn't use this as my primary eyeshadow at all. Because for me, this does not work as a primary eyeshadow. It creases a little bit. So I want to use it as a fill-in, but I'm going to put something on top of it to lock it down. And what I'm going to do is also spread this out with, I'm going to blend this out with a pencil. All right, so that filled that in. I'm going to blend this out with a tool. The other end of that tool that I pulled. With a clean tool. Okay. As y'all can see, this is a nice little fill-in. Excellent fill-in. Works very well. Okay. This is in the shade too, by the way. This is in the shade Sherbet. Now I have another one over here. I think another one in pink. I have a bunch of these, so I have another one in pink. Yes. It's like a pearlescent pink. This one is Cupcake, which I might actually do a little something with this one. Yep. Okay. Okay. That helped a little bit. All right. So now we need to blend these down a little bit with the other side of the tools. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just blending it out a little bit. I'm feathering it down a little bit. And tapping it instead of like drawing. Okay. In some spots. Mostly up here. Okay. I'm also going to do a little bit of cleanup up here at the top because I did kind of cover the crease cut. Now, that fixed that. Okay. Now, on top of that, clean up my line a little bit there. On top of that, we are going to put some of this Snow White palette, a little bit of the Snow White and as a topper, and a little bit of the Sleeping Beauty as a topper. All right, so let me open this up real quick. And some of this black kind of got out of here. All right, so this is what the inside of that palette looks like, as y'all can see. So I think we're going to use this Fairy Tale color here. Maybe the Dazzling Diamonds, maybe. All right, so what I'm going to do is take an end that is clean and do Fairy Tale. Take a little bit of the Fairy Tale and put her on top. You can't even tell I put anything here, but that's fine. Because now it's giving it a little bit of shimmer. That's really the point of it, was to give it a little bit of shimmer. Across. Like that. And down. Okay. Then take this and do it on the other side. So you see it's a little bit of shimmer on there, but not a ton. Because it's a metallic Fairy Tale is kind of a metallic here. Matter of fact, it is entirely a metallic pink, which I'm glad I realized this so that if and when I want to do a pink look, but I don't want to do all that with the base and all of that, and I just want a metallic from the start, I will come do this. Okay, so put a little bit more on. Okay. Okay, I like it. All right, so now out of the Sleeping Beauty palette, that's this. I think I want to do something with Love, maybe. I want to do something with Love. I want to see what that does. See if it adds anything, if it changes dimension, if it does anything else to it. If I could get the little thing off. It's got tape on it, and so I'm trying to get this tape off because I like to keep the little film on it. I've opened this before, so I don't know why this won't come out of here. It also has a mirror in it. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is do that, it looks like, instead of trying to take it off the back. So, but I had opened this up before just so I could see what the palettes look like. I've just never used the colors or anything. I haven't used the colors on this just yet. Ooh, that took a minute to get that off of there, but all right. We're in business. Oh, it's more sticky to keep the film on. All right, Beauty and Grace, it seems. I'm looking at this now. This Beauty and Grace. I know that's hard to see. This is more like a plum. This is a pink. That's a champagne up there. With I Have Met Someone. That's a champagne, but we've met before is also a champagne. So, let's see if I can find one more end of this that's clean. All right, so let's try the Love, because that was the one I was thinking about using. See what that does. I don't think it's going to have a different effect or anything. Nope, not really. I mean, it does a little bit, but... So we could use either of those to do what we are trying to do here is the point, it seems. Alright, well, since I added it to one eye, I gotta add it to the other. It's very soft, though. I like that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's a metallic pink. I will give it that. I'm thinking, what if I do Beauty and Grace? What happens if I do that? It's probably going to do the same thing, though. Yep, same thing. Okay. It's a little bit of a pink, but not much. So you're using a lot of things in the same color family here is what's happening. Okay. Well, it's a lot of the same color, so it's fine. But, and I'm fine with that. Let me see here. True Love's Kiss. What happens if I add that? Oh, that's a little bit of a, oh. Alright. That gives a little bit of darker dimension to it. Okay. That adds, this is, so True Love's Kiss is this one right here. And it adds a little bit of, it's purple. It's very much a deep purple, like deep plum. And it adds a purple dimension to it all. Which is fine. I'm okay with that with this. So, I'm okay with that. Doesn't look weird. I can just tell I put purple on. Alright, so, okay. So now that we know that, we got a pink eye. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's okay. It's not on fire, but it's okay. So I might add this. This is the ColourPop BFF shadow stick in the shade Next Spot Metallic. I'm gonna try this because I used this the other day and I wanted to see what happens when I put this on here. Okay, I'm cool with that. This too is more like a plum. It's a plum, and it's a deeper purple, like that shade I just used out of the Sleeping Beauty palette. Okay. It's not weird, but I love it. I love this shadow stick, so I was very pleased when I bought it. So it does make it look metallic. Okay, so I'm cool with that. I like it. All right, so eyeshadow is done. So we are going to do let's do this mascara. All right, so we are going to use the Volume Booster Lash Primer. This is by Essence, of course. It's my favorite. I have been using a lot of the Maybelline Sky High Primer, tinted primer, and I like it. I just kind of want to go back and use a fave. But I've been enjoying that Sky High tinted primer. So as you can see, I am putting this on the lashes and trying to give them a good coating of the primer. So I'm thinking, sitting here thinking about dinner. I'm looking at my clock in here. It's a little later in the day now, and I'm thinking about dinner because I'm hungry. So I'm thinking about possibly Chinese for dinner. But I don't know. It means driving across town, which I'm kind of like, but do I need to do that though? Do I really feel like doing that? I am lazy today. So events coming up. While I'm doing this, I'm trying to get this coated really well. Thinking about husband's birthday is next month. I have husband's birthday. It's gonna be birthday bear. So husband's birthday, the middle of next month. So I'm thinking about I gotta get I have added some things to his birthday list on Amazon, as I told you guys. I've added a few things to the list, and I saw some really cute things. So I'm currently trying to figure out how many gifts out of this list do I want to buy. Do I want to buy all the things I just found, or do I want to buy some of the things I just found and then save some for Christmas? So, and it's all stuff he will use. I know that he will use it and that he likes, because I'm a good wife and I pay attention. I do pay attention. I do very much pay attention to the things that my husband likes. He is, and I do pay attention to the kind of games he likes and what his hobbies are. So I try to get him stuff that I know he'll be like, oh, I want to wear this today. Or like books he'll read, and so I try to give thoughtful gifts and things that I know he enjoys, and so that he'll be able to have, um, and stuff that he can use around the house, like AirPods and stuff like that. Now, I'm not buying the Apple AirPods because they cost too much. I'm like, bro, this is expensive.
Yeah, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, they're very expensive. I listen. I'm like, you better go get you some Skull Candy, Skull Candy AirPods. I got some off of Amazon 3 years ago for like $25, and they work just fine. I use them. I use them with my old iPhone because I turned my iPhone into a MP3, so I used it as a music player. So I was like, I'll just use it with this, and I do. I keep it in my purse, and I use it at work when I want to have music going. So, and I use my AirPods. But they're nice. They're very nice. They're teal and they match my glasses. But I didn't. I mean, I picked some colors because I like the teal color. So now for mascara, I know it says to like let it dry, but your girl attempted to let it dry the other day, and that did not work out so well in my favor. So I'm trying to see. I got my Call Me Queen curl and volume. So let's use. I'm gonna use this curl and volume mascara by Essence. This is the Essence Lash Princess curl and volume mascara. Yeah, I let it dry and it just that did not work out for me very well. So, all right, let's go ahead and use it. It's really time for new mascara too. It is really time. So I need to buy some more when I go. Say they're not expensive. These are very good priced mascaras and they do the job well for me. So I can't fuss too loudly. I get excellent results from them. And I like how they work. Okay. So, husband for his birthday was talking about Myrtle Beach, which we talked about in the last episode. And I was like, okay. So, I'm looking at hotels right now. Just so you know, husband. I'm looking at hotels. I have been looking. And I mean, we don't have to go specifically to Myrtle Beach. If you just want to go to the beach, I mean, I can arrange that. That's fine. But if you want to go to specifically Myrtle Beach, that's also fine. I have to narrow my search down for a good hotel. Because I looked at the prices and they still kind of want them summer prices. And I'm like, bro, hold on.
Summer's over.
Right. By the time your birthday happens and when we talking about going, yeah, summer over. Summer will be over, I promise. Because his birthday is after Labor Day. So, yeah, I'm kind of like, summer over after that. What we doing? So, yeah, I'm kind of like, y'all want these summer prices though. Still. I'm trying not to touch my eyelid because I've already put on eyeshadow and things. But in order to get this on here and get it on right, it's kind of imperative that I touch my eyelid. As y'all can see, it's way more on that eye than on this one. Because I didn't really touch this one while I was putting this on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to spread that out a little bit with some Call Me Queen. Actually, I'll use a little bit of this. This is the Sculpted Volume Mascara. See if we can give it some volume. And see, that gave it volume almost immediately. I mean, I know the other one gave it curl and volume, but this kind of gave it some volume also. Try to get a little bit over in this corner without getting it everywhere. Yeah, I was looking at them prices and they were wanting, they was wanting summertime prices. I was like, hold on. That's post Labor Day. Like, what are we doing? So yeah, I was like, that's post Labor Day, buddy.
You make me think they still trying to make up from the COVID prices.
Possibly making up for that, for the COVID.
Y'all, it's been a year.
I mean, it has improved in, since things have opened up, but it ain't I ain't paying summer prices now y'all see this one is poofy. So what we might need to do is do Call Me Queen on one eye only, on this eye. Okay. Let's see if I can get this one to. This one just doesn't have a whole lot of lash to it. I mean, the lashes are kind of sparse on this one right now. So we should not be expecting necessarily the same result on this eye. Okay. Let's see if I can. I'm really trying to spread this out. Okay. There. Okay. All right. Well, we got mascara on somehow. All right. Now, let's try to play with the blush. Whew. Boy, because eyes are done. And actually, I'm going to put a little bit of this Level Up on. Just a tad bit. This is the Level Up by ColourPop. I like this one too. This one does a lot of heavy lifting for me. I think I'm going to just put it on this eye. I normally don't use 50 million different eyeshadows, but mascaras, but here we are. All right, as you can see, it's on this eye now. All right, so let's try to play with this blush a little bit. I don't know how to do blush. I was told that I put it on and then I set. I have to put it on, put my foundation on, and then put that on top of it. Put that on top of it and then set the face, which we will do. And I kind of want to use liquid blush, but I don't have any liquid blush. But I am going to try to get some Juvia's Place, the liquid blushes, because I've heard very good things about it. Very, very good things. All right, so what we need is a brush. I have a brush. Okay, so I'm gonna use this brush and the Blushed Rose palette by Juvia's Place. They don't really say that this is a. They say really it's like eyeshadow is number 4 only, but it says pressed pigments are 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, and the eyeshadow is number 4. And it says warning for external use only. Discontinue use if signs of irritation or rash occurs. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 are not intended for use around the immediate eye area. So that's how you know it's really supposed to be like blush. Yes. I guess. I literally do not have any blush, I don't think. Like something that's supposed to be like blush. I don't think. I'm looking back here at the back of the at the stuff behind me here. I don't think none of this is really supposed to be used as blush. I mean, I could use this. I have highlighters. I got highlighters. ColourPop. Super Shock highlighter. But no blush. Like blush. Mostly because I don't use blush. Yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna use this though. And we're gonna use this blush palette. We're gonna use number 3 up here. Now, I saw somebody do this. I watched this in a whatchamacallit, in a Nikki Tutorials video. And she was doing makeup hacks that she was doing from 2023. And so the girl was doing like this on her face. And so then she did like this for the blush. She did this L shape with her finger so that it doesn't go past this point. And I was like, oh, word. That's how you can do it. That's it. So I was like, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to try it. Ooh. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. Okay. I look weird with it, but it's cute. I mean, I guess I gotta blend it out. I assume that's what I need to be doing here, so that it doesn't go past that section. I guess I'm not very good at blending, so there's that. Also, don't do contour. But look at that, I got blush on. Hey, look, husband, I got blush on. I've never done blush. I've never done blush correctly. I've put it on my apples of my cheeks and looked clownish. But there's that. Alright, so then I guess we could do... How would you do this? Alright, I guess I could do it like that. I guess. And do like this. My auntie wore blush. Back in the day, she wore blush. Okay. Blush ain't lining up, but all right. Oh, we tried. That's the we're gonna have to practice. We tried. We gave it the old college try, I guess. I mean, this is what is, I guess this is what it's supposed to look like on this side. But this side's not terrible either. It's not. I really want the other highlighter. I mean, I really want the liquid blush. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't look terrible. I guess. Um, I guess. I don't know. I guess. I've worn blush probably 3 times in my entire life. Just now, I wore it for Halloween last year, and because I did Dorothy, and Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, and I don't think what else I worn it for. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. I don't know. I don't remember what else I wore. Oh, I had a ballet recital, and my mom did my blush for me. My mom was not a blush person, so that should tell you. My mom was not a blush person. So her doing it was just like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna use my kabuki brush to kind of take that down just a tad bit. Okay, yeah, that doesn't look terrible. See, I got blush on. See, I'm a big man. I got blush on. I got blush on. Because it's not terrible. Try to get that, blend it down there. Yeah, that doesn't look terrible. Okay, look at your girl learning a new skill today. Okay, let's go. Now we done teased the hell out these eyelashes. They wanna get together and clump together. They do not want to separate. And I need to grab me let me use one of these to brush these bad boys a little bit. This is a tool. This is a wand spoolie. You can buy these off of Amazon, which is exactly where I bought these from, in a big old pack of like 300 of them. And you can use these. They come clean. They are not. I mean, you could use these. And originally, what I bought them for was so that I would have spoolies if I wanted to just. Because I kept giving myself a sty, and I wasn't doing what I needed to do and do it correctly. So, I was giving myself styes, and so I said, well, I'll just buy these and they're disposable, so I can just dip them into my mascara when I want to and throw them away at the end of the day. But I figured out also how to not give myself a sty and be careful. So there. Yeah, that doesn't look terrible. Look at, oh, I'm so proud of myself. That does not look terrible for this blush. Huh, okay. It just takes a little bit of blending. You gotta blend. You can't just put it on and then just leave it. You gotta blend it out. Alright, so we've done face. Now we need to set it. We need to set our face. Alright, so I'm gonna use, instead of using my warm honey today, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place I Am Magic setting powder in the shade Gobi. So we do not want to do that. I was trying to set him upside down, and I was like, oh, we don't need to do that. I was trying to open that upside down. Oh, no, don't do that. Shake him a little bit so you can get some powder, but don't open it. All right, so what we're going to do is take our powder puff. See? Powder puff. Pick up some product. Prime it in your hand. We're going to set that face. Let's put a smile on that face. And I am going to do some liner up underneath there. Underneath my eyes in just a second. Because truth be told, I almost forgot about it. Almost forgot about it. And yes, I probably should have put the liner on first and then started setting up underneath the eye. But it will be fine. I promise. It will be fine. I really like this setting powder. I do like it. And as you can see, as I'm mattifying down my face, it does take down the blush just a tad bit more. So the blush isn't so whoo blush as I'm powdering my face. Okay, let's get up underneath that eye just a tad. I also need to fix my, I was looking down in the mirror. I need to fix my line over here for my crease cut. Okay. I like how that blush turned out. Because even once I powdered down my face, it looks okay. It doesn't look crazy. I can tell I have blush on. I do need to do a little bit over here in this corner. I kind of missed that part. Like I said, I don't care about my eyebrows so much. I'm gonna make sure I didn't leave any stray powder over there. Okay. I be missing the top corners of my head. I be missing the top corner, like up by my temple. I be missing that part every time. I'm like, baby girl, how did you miss that? Nope. Go back and go check over your work. Like I was always told in school, go check your work before you turn it in now. All right. So I'm redrawing this line is what I'm doing here. Okay, make sure the other eye is good. It is kind of, because I've been touching it a little bit. I really like this pink Calabasas. That turned out real nice. It turned out to be a good, but I had been ignoring it for the longest time because I had a pink. And then I saw this and I was like, you know what? Let's try it. Can't hurt. We always looking for a pink. And it's more of a pink champagne. But all right. So eyes are done. Almost. Because I swear to y'all, I cannot get this lash to separate. It drives me crazy. I can't get the freaking lash to separate at all. I keep thinking I got it, and then I see it up close, and it's not separated at all. There. Because now I'm looking at the ×2 magnification and I can separate it that way. Kind of. It kind of is. Just a little bit. So, listen, with all this pink on, we're going down to the Pink Pony Club. You going to the Pink Pony Club with me? At the Pink Pony Club. You know what? All right. So what we're gonna do, speaking of Pink Pony Club, we're gonna do a pinkish lip gloss. We are not going to do pink lipstick. I want pinkish lip gloss. And what we are going to do, I want that petal core color. See if I can find it. I want that teddy tint. I want that soft pink. And then we're going to put lip gloss on top of it. That's Pinky Promise. That ain't the one I want. This Petal Core? Petal Core. All right. So this is the Maybelline Superstay Teddy Tint. And I want it in... This is in the shade Petal Core, number 40. So we're going to use this. And then we're going to use one of these here lip liners, and we're going to use the lip gloss. Now, I don't know what lip gloss we're going to use. Maybe this one. I don't know. We got to see. These are the Essence Extreme Shine. Now, I have my choice of pink lip gloss here. I also have the Wet n Wild Color Icon lip gloss. It is excellent. This is the one thing. This is the Wet n Wild, and I'm like, baby, y'all excelled with this. I like it. So I have my choice of pink lip gloss here. Now, depends on how subtle we want to get with it and how strong we want to get with it. So I could also use the Essence Extreme Shine of this one. So I also have Fenty. I have the Fenty volumizing cream. It's the Gloss Bomb cream. Fenty Glow. Gloss, yes, it's the Gloss Bomb cream. Now I could use this too. So I don't know. I may use Fenty. I don't know. I could. I don't know. Depends on how we want to get. How we want to get. Now this one here, this extreme, this one has a menthol, contains menthol with cooling and tingling effect. This is Pretty in Pink. This strong pinky one right here. It does in fact have a very cooling sensation. And I'm like, ma'am. So, I don't know. I don't know. Let's get we're gonna get the Superstay Teddy Tint on first, and then we'll worry about it, I guess. But I need a liner. So let's try to get subtle about that line. All right, so we're gonna use this NYX Professional Retractable Lip Liner in the shade Sand Beige to take this lip liner down. Okay. So I kind of got that lip going. Cover up the brown in my lip a little bit. Now my lips are a little dry because I did not use any I didn't use the Laneige last night. I have been using the Laneige and it is fantastic. I very much enjoy it. It is fantastic on my lips. They feel really good in the morning. All right, so this is the Superstay Teddy Tint in the Petal Core. Now this is like super pink. So I am going to take this color down. Noticing this, I'm going to use a not super pink gloss. Yeah, my lips are a little rough right now. Okay. Yeah, they pink right now. But it's a subtle pink. Okay. Now we gotta let Teddy Tint dry just a smidge before we put gloss on. So while we are waiting, we will do our face. We will set our face with some spray and dry her down. And we are using, instead of using the eyes, lips, face Stay All Night Microfine Mist, we are using the NYX Marshmallow Setting Spray. This is a matte finish makeup setting spray. All right. And we're going to use Mr. Sweet Full Fan here. Okay. So it smells fine. I like, it says it's supposed to have like a sweet scent, but it smells fine. The primer smells fine also. And that infallible primer smells, I mean not primer, but the foundation smells good too. I noticed all my face foundations smell really good. There's not one where I'm like, ew, this smells like chemicals. I'm not putting this on my face. Okay. As a coda to the other day, when I used the, I used the Fenty lipstick, red lipstick, and I used, I tried to lock it down with the Sephora. It did not lock down. It was better than it had been, but it still was not transfer proof entirely. I still got lipstick on things. So, there was that. Okay. Mr. Teddy Tint is pinking. Okay. But yeah, it still wasn't transfer proof, so yeah. Kind of disappointed in that. But we tried. And I like say, can't hurt but to try. Figure that out. Alright. Face is dry. Alright, now for this gloss topper, let's use, I'm not going to use the Fenty. I'm going to use this. This is the Essence Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss in the shade Gold Dust. It's pink, but it's more of a champagne. I don't really need a ton of it either. Okay. Well, there we are. Got a nice little shine to that lip. Very pleased. I like that. Okay. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the completed look. So, now, I am going to let my hair down. I mean, I'm really pleased with this setting powder. I love Juvia's Place anyway, so I'm like, y'all need to make me a spokesperson or something. Let me get them dollars while also helping you because I stand them so hard. Um, I love their makeup. Like, I just love their makeup. But yeah, I use a lot of their stuff. So I'm like, let me get in on this action a little bit. Y'all know I still am fooling with this eyelash. I can't get it to do right at all. It does not want to cooperate. It don't want to cooperate at all. Okay. I feel like every time I go touch it, it fixes itself back to how it was before I did it. So aggravating. Okay. All right. Yeah, that just did not want to cooperate at all. Like, I'm looking at this in the mirror, and it just, the other side is pretty fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. All right. It's time to let this hair down. I like how that turned out. Husband is not paying me any attention. Because he's playing his game. I'm also trying to separate this hair.
See my wife right now.
With this headband. But I like how this turned out.
Yeah.
Okay. There. Yeah. I know you guys are used to seeing me with a red lip, but that's what happens when I decide I don't want to wear a red lip. That's what this looks like. Husband has pronounced it pretty. So, yeah, I like this. This turned out nice. This turned out real nice. I'm very pleased with this. I had also pinned my hair up here, and I may take these out just because I just wanted it to keep my hair out of my face while I was doing all this stuff with it. Yeah, and the blush, look, the blush, see, y'all can see the blush. I know you can see it right there and right there. So, I mean, blush is a work in progress, as we're learning, but it doesn't look bad. It actually looks fine. But yeah. Let's see if this looks pulled around. Yeah, I like that. Huh, okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the completed look. We are done. So, I want to thank you for watching. Come back and watch more of our episodes later. This has, of course, been our main series, and we have the beauty haul, which is where I talk about my beauty purchases, my mini beauty purchases. And we also have the breakdown, where I break down a look from that has already been completed, and I tell you what I use from start to finish. Thanks for watching, and come back and watch more of our videos later. Peace.